I hope all of you are doing good. Let's start today's chapter, comparing quantities. After reading this chapter, you will be able to know about all these topics. Introduction. We have learned in earlier class about comparing quantities. It can be done through ratios or percentage. Ratios used to compare two quantities which are expressed in the same unit. Similarly, percent means per 100, which you already know. Okay, percent is also used to compare two or more quantities. Here we convert the given quantities in percent, that is out of 100. Percentage. A fraction with its denominator 100 is called percent, meaning per 100. We use this symbol for percent. For example, 16% means 16 per 100, that is 16 into 1 by 100 or 16 by 100, which can also be written as 16 is to 100. Thus, we can say a percentage is simply a ratio in which the second term is always 100. Okay, 30% means 30 upon 100 or 30 is to 100, or you can convert it into simplest form, that is 3 is to 10. Similarly, 45% is 9 is to 20. Okay. Maths extension. Percentage is a ratio expressed in form of fraction when denominator is always 100. B. In ratio A is to B, A by B. Here A is antecedent and B is consequent. Similarly, P is to 100, but always written as P by 100. Okay. Let's do an example. If 8.5% of a number is 85, find the number. Okay. Let's do it. So we have this question, 8.5 of a number. Which number? We don't know the number. Let the number be x. 8.5% of x is what? 85. 8.5 upon 100 into x is equals to 85. Now you can remove this decimal also. You will divide by 10. Because there is one decimal place, okay, and into x upon 100 is equals to 85. Now, x is equals to 85, transpose 10 into 100 upon 85, this 85, okay, 85 goes, and now the answer is 1000. Okay, that means 8.5% of 1000 is 85, okay. Let's do exercise 8.1. But before doing exercise, remember, if units are given with figures, then make the same before finding the ratio. Okay. So first question is, find the ratio of the following: speed of a car 60 km per hour to the speed of a scooter. Okay, which is given 40 km per hour. Speed of car upon speed of scooter. Speed of car is 60 km per hour and 40. 0 goes 3 by 2. So 3 is to 2 is the ratio, right? Next, finding the increase or decrease percent. We often come across information such as 5% hike in the price of petrol, or 25% hike in the salary, or 50% off on marked price. Let us try to work out following examples. Example 3. The price of a car was 3,20,000 last year. It has increased by 25% this year. What is the price now? Okay. Price of car was how much? 3,20,000. Okay. But this time, this year, the price has been increased by 25%. So, how much increase is there? Increase is 25% of 3,20,000. So, 25 by 100 into 3,20,000. Okay, 0 goes. So, price has been increased by 80,000 rupees, right? This is the increased price, but we have to find out the new price of the car. Now, we have to find the new price of the car. New price of the car is what? Old price, which is 3,20,000, plus increase in price, which is 80,000. So, this is, that is 4 lakh is the new price, right? And there are abbreviations given. MP means marked price, CP, which you already know, cost price, and SP is selling price, okay? Finding discounts. Discount is a reduction given on the marked price of an article. That is, therefore, selling price of the article is equals to marked price of the article minus discount. Okay, whenever you go for a shopping and you see there is discount, okay, then what strikes in your mind? Okay, now this particular item, whether you are purchasing a shirt or a kurta or whatever, any item, okay, so what strikes your mind that, okay, if the cost of the shirt is 1000 rupees and if there is kind of 50% discount, then you will get that shirt for rupees 500, right? Means there will be reduction of price, and selling reduction of price means what is the marked price? Marked price is 1000 rupees minus discount. Discount is what? 500 rupees. So the selling price would be 500 only. Okay. For example, let's check out example 4. A shop gives 20% discount. What would be the sale price of a dress marked at rupees 500? Okay. MP. Okay. Let's rub this. MP means marked price. MP of dress is what? Rupees 500. Okay. Discount is 20%. 20% of a 500. Okay. 20 upon 100 into 500. Okay. Rupees 100 means there is a discount of 100 rupees. Now what would be the selling price? Selling price, again here formula is given, MP, that is marked price minus discount. Marked price is 500 rupees and discount is 100 rupees. So the selling price is 400. Right. Similarly, you will find part 2 and part 3 also. Right. There are some formulas given here. Rate of discount is equals to discount upon market price, marked price into 100, and SP is equals to marked price 100 minus discount percent upon 100, and marked price is equals to SP in bracket 100 upon 100 minus discount percentage. Okay. Exercise 8.2, first question, if find marked price. Okay, we have to find marked price. SP is given rupees 9,000 and discount is 10%. Okay. So the formula is this. We have to find marked price. Marked price is equals to SP 100 upon 100 minus discount percent. Okay. This is the formula. So SP is 9,000. 100 upon 100 minus discount percent, that is 10. So 9,000 into 100 upon 90. 0, 0 goes and 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the marked price is 10,000 rupees. Right. Next, profit and loss. You know that cost price is the amount at which a shopkeeper buys his goods and selling price is the amount at which the shopkeeper sells his goods. Profit or gain, if he gets a profit or gain, the formula is SP minus CP, and loss formula is CP minus SP. Okay. Also remember, these are the formulas given here. Okay. And remember, percent loss or percent profit is always calculated on cost price and not on selling price. Okay. Students, do memorize all these formulas. Okay. In case there are some overhead expenses incurred on repair or transportation, etc., they are added to cost price. That is actual CP is equals to CP plus overhead expenses. Okay. Let's do example 6. An article was bought for rupees 720. Means bought, this is the cost price, 720, and sold, that means SP, is sold for rupees 698 and 40 paise. Okay. Find loss and loss percent. Clearly there is a loss, so first we will find loss. Loss is what? CP minus SP. Rupees 720 minus rupees 698 and 40 paise. So we will get 21 rupees and 40 paise. This is the loss. Now we have to find the loss percent. Okay, loss percent, we will find loss percent on CP. Okay, so loss percent is what? Loss, which is 21 rupees and 40 paise upon CP. CP is 720 into 100. Okay, so we'll get 3%. So 3% is his loss. Okay. Let's do exercise 8.3. Reena buys a clock for rupees 75. Buys means CP. CP is equals to rupees 75 and sells for rupees 100. SP is rupees 100. To find her gain percent, okay, gain is what? Formula of gain is SP minus CP, that is 100 rupee minus 75 rupees. Rupees 25. Okay, this is the gain. Now find gain percent. Gain percent is gain upon CP into 100. Gain is rupees 25. CP is rupees 75 into 100. Okay, 25 ones are 25, 25 threes are 75. So gain percent is equals to 100 upon 3%. Okay, but we will convert this into mixed fraction. 3 threes are 9, 3 threes are 9, 1 by 3%. Okay, so this is her gain percent. Okay, next is sales tax. Sales tax is an indirect tax. In purchasing some specific items from the market, we have to pay a certain extra amount at a rate specified by the government. In addition to the cost of the item, this additional amount is called sales tax. Sales tax is calculated on selling price in the same way as we calculate percentage and add it to the tag or mark price to get the bill amount. Okay, let's check out example 10. Amar buys 2 pairs of shoes costing 470 each. If the rate of sales tax is 10%, calculate the total amount payable by him for shoes. Okay, see, sales tax is how much? 10% of MP, that is mark price. Okay, total cost of he bought 2 pairs of shoes costing 470 each, means cost of 2 pairs of shoes is what? 2 into rupees 470, which is equals to 940 rupees. Okay, now we have to find sales tax. 10% of mark price, which is rupees 940. 0, 0 goes. So 94 rupees is the sales tax. Now total, we have to find out the total amount payable is what? Rupees 940, which is a marked price, plus rupees 94, which is a sales tax. Okay, so rupees 1034 is the total amount which Amar gonna pay. Okay, no more. Goods and service tax, which is also known as GST. Goods and service tax is one indirect tax for the whole nation. It is a single tax on the supply of goods and services, right from the manufacturer to the consumer. GST was introduced by the Government of India on 1st July 2017. It has replaced the central and state indirect taxes such as VAT, excise duty and service tax. Okay. Let's do exercise 8.4. Rani purchased a showcasing costing rupees 12,350. If the rate of sales tax is 7%, calculate the total amount she pays for the showcase. Okay. Marked price is, or you can also write cost of showcase is rupees 12,350. Sales tax is how much? 7%. So 7% of 12,350. So 7 upon 100 into 12,350. Okay, 0, 0 goes. Now 7 into 123.5. Okay, so 7 5s are 35, 3 carry. So 7 3s are 21 plus 3 24. 2 carry, 7 2s are 14 plus 2 16, 1 carry, 7 1s are 7 plus 1 8. Okay, so this is the sales tax. Now the total amount you have to find out. You will add this amount to this amount. In this way you will get the total amount which Rani paid for the showcase, right? Next, compound interest. When we borrow money from a financial agency, bank, financial agency or individual, it is called the lender. Okay, the borrowed money is called the principal. we have to pay some additional money together with the borrowed money for a certain time period for the benefit of using his or her money. The additional money that we pay is called the interest. If the principal remains the same for the whole loan period of time, then the interest is called simple interest. The interest together with the principal is called the amount. If the principal doesn't remain the same for the whole loan period due to addition of compounding of interest to the principal after a certain interval of time to form the new principal, then interest so obtained is called the compound interest. Simple interest. We've already learned about simple interest and amount, which are given as, this is the formula of simple interest. Simple interest is equals to principal into rate of interest into time upon 100. And amount is principal plus simple interest. Okay. Now, compound interest. To understand what compound interest is, we consider the following example. A man lends 5,000 to a finance company at 10% per annum. What interest does he get after 1 year? What will be the amount then? At the end of the year, if he decides to deposit the whole sum, means amount after 1 year for another year, what interest does he get at the end of the second year? Okay. So first we will find out the interest after 1 year. Okay. So principal amount is 5,000, rate is how much? 10%, and time is 1 year. Okay. 0, 0 goes. So rupees 500 is the interest. Now amount he has to pay is rupees 5,500. 5,000 plus 500, okay, which is equals to 5,500. When the deposit is 5,500 in the company for 1 more year, the amount of 5,500 due at the end of the first year becomes the principal for the second year. Got it? Means now this amount has become the principal for the second year. Okay. See, interest at the end of the second year is how much? Interest at the end of second year is 550. How? Now the principal is 5,500, rate is 10%, time is 1 year. Okay, 0, 0 goes, 0, 0 goes. Now this interest is 550. Thus the interest for 2 years is 500 plus 550, that means total is 1,050. So what do we notice? We notice that the interest for the second year is more than for the first year. Can you tell why is it so? It is clear that in the second year, interest has been calculated on the amount, that is a 5,500, which is equals to 500 principal at the beginning plus 500 interest for the first year. So for the second year, interest on the interest has also been calculated, and interest calculated in this manner is known as compound interest. Okay, computation of compound interest using formulae. We have discussed above some problems on the computation of compound interest, as we have seen that the method of computing compound interest is very lengthy and cumbersome, especially when the period of time is very large. In this section, we will obtain some formula for the computation of compound interest by using the method discussed above. Using these formulae, the computation of compound interest becomes very easy. Okay. So type 1, let P be the principal and the rate of interest be R% per annum. If the interest is compounded annually, then the amount and the compound interest at the end of n years are given by, this is the formula. Amount is equals to principal 1 plus R upon 100 and n. Here n is number of years, okay. And CI, that is compound interest, is amount minus principal, okay. Or directly you can use this formula P, then 1 plus R upon 100 n minus 1, okay. So let's do this example 11. Find the compound interest on rupees 8,500 for 2 years at 8% per annum. First we will find the principal for the first year. This is the principal for first year. We'll find the interest for the first year. Okay, let's do it. Principal is rupees 8,500. Time is how much? 2 years, and rate is 8% per annum. Okay. for 2 years. So first we will find the interest for the first year. So simple formula of simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. 8,500 rate is 8% upon 1 into 1 upon 100. 0 goes. Okay, 680 rupees. This is the interest for first year. Okay. Now amount is rupees 8,500 plus rupees 680. It's equals to 9,180. Now we have to find interest for second year. Okay. You can write here first year. Now simple interest for second year. Now this amount will become the principal. Okay. Rate remains same, time is 1 upon 100. 91.8 into 8 is equals to 8 8s are 64, 8 1s are 8 plus 6 4, and 9 8s are 72 plus 1 73. Okay, now decimal. So this is the interest for second year. Now what will we do? We will find the amount at the end of second year. What will be the amount? Amount at the end of second year. Okay. What is the principal? This is the principal, rupees 9,180. What is the interest? This is the interest. Okay. So we will add plus rupees 734 and 40 paise. So we will get rupees 9,914 and 40 paise. Okay. Now we have to find the compound interest after 2 years. So what is the compound interest? This amount minus this principal. Okay. So 9 rupees 9,914 and 40 paise minus 8,500 rupees. Okay. So the answer is 1,414 and 40 paise. Okay. Right. Exercise 8.5, first question, find the amount in compound interest on rupees 25,625 at 4% per annum for 3 years compounded annually. Okay student, this question is the same as we did in this question, but the difference is 3 years are given. Okay, so similarly you will find the amount first for first year, then amount of first year will become principal for second year, then the amount for second year will become the principal for third year. Okay. Next, type 2, when the compound interest is compounded half yearly. In some cases the interest is compounded half yearly or semi annually, that is interest is calculated and added to the principal every 6 months, that is twice in a year. The time at the end of which the interest is compounded is called conversion period. Therefore if time is 1 year, then n is equals to 2. That is conversion period is 2, because interest is given 2 times in a year, that is why n is 2, and conversion period is 2 when compounded half yearly. Then if rate percent is r percent per annum is the rate of interest per annum, then rate becomes half, that is r by 2% half yearly. Okay. Example 12, find the amount in compound interest by using the formula in each of the following. Okay. Principal is given to you, rate is given to you, and time is given to you. Okay. The formula is amount is equals to P 1 plus R upon 100 N. Okay. Principal is 6,001. Rate is how much? 5% upon 100. And time is how much? 2 years. Okay. So 5 ones are 5, 5, 20. So 21 by 20 whole square. 6,000 into 21 by 20 into 21 by 20. 1, 2, 2 zeros goes, 2 and 15. So 15 into 21 into 21 is equals to rupees 6615. This is the amount, and what we have to find out? Find the amount. We have already found out the amount. Now compound interest. Compound interest is what? Amount minus principal. So this is the amount, okay, compound interest you have to find. This is the amount and then you will subtract principal from amount. Principal is what? This is the principal, rupees 6,000. So rupees 615 is what? This is the compound interest, right? Type 3. When interest is compounded quarterly, when interest is compounded quarterly, then in 1 year interest is calculated how many times? 4 times. That is, if time is 1 year, then there are 4 conversion periods. That means this time we will take n is equals to 4 because the interest is being compounded quarterly. Also, if R% is a rate per annum, the quarterly rate will be how much? Obviously, R by 4%, right? Example 14, find the compound interest on 3,200 for 1 year at the rate of 20% per annum when compounded quarterly. Okay, compounded quarterly, right? Amount, formula of amount is principal 1 plus R upon 100 n. Okay. Now the time is 1 year. Time is 1 year. So 1 into 4 is equals to 4. And rate is how much? Rate is 20%. So 20 by 4 is equals to 5%. Okay. Now you will write here P is 3,200, rate has become 5% and time has become 4. So this is 3,200. 5 ones are 5. Now 21 by 20 4 times. Okay, and then you will calculate this and then you will get this amount, and for finding compound interest you will subtract principal from the amount, right? No more. When interest is compounded half yearly, time in years is doubled, called conversion period, and half of annual interest is taken as rate of interest, which I already told you. And 2, when interest is compounded quarterly, time in years is multiplied by 4, called conversion period, and 1 by 4th of annual interest is taken as rate of interest. Okay, let's do exercise 8.6. We have to compute the amount and compound interest when interest is compounded annually in each of the following using the formula. Okay, so let's do it. Principal is rupees 3,000, rate is 5%, time is 2 years. Okay, so first we have to find amount. Don't forget to write a formula and amount 3,000. Principal is 3,000, rate is 5%, time is 2 years. 3,000, 5 ones are 5, so 21 by 20 whole square. 3,000 into 21 by 20 into 21 by 20. 0, 0 goes to 15. Okay, and to 7.5. Okay, 7.5 into 21 into 21. Okay, students, after calculating this you will get amount. Okay, and if you have to find, we have to find compound interest. Compound interest is what? Amount minus principal. Okay, amount is this which you will find after multiplying all these 3 numbers, and principal is rupees 3,000. Okay, and in this way you will get compound interest, right students? I hope you have understood this chapter. Now you will do remaining questions of this exercise. Okay.